You are listening to the Love and Confidence Podcast, episode number 107. Welcome to the Love and Confidence Podcast. If you're a woman who wants to feel more irresistible, have more fun, and create deeper and more authentic connections, this podcast is for you. I am your host, Certified Life Coach Lærke Nielsen, and I help you become the best and most confident version of yourself so you can attract the love life you desire. Let's get started. Hey there! It's soon time to say goodbye to 2024 and begin a new year. And I always enjoy reflecting on the year that went by. What did I learn? What did I achieve? What did I create? And of all the things I did, especially in my business, what worked and what didn't work? And what are some ideas I can get from that and that I want to move forward with? But even more than that, I also enjoy setting intentions for the next year, not only in my business, but also in my personal life. And that could be things I want to work on in my relationship with myself, or in my relationship with my partner, or it could be related to health, or it could be related to friendships and social life. There is so much power in being intentional, in deciding the direction you want to take, instead of just letting things happen. Doesn't mean we can control everything, of course, but it's a bit like setting the GPS and deciding the direction you want to go. And whatever happens that might delay you or might get in your way, you still know that you are headed in the right direction. And I think it feels so much more empowering to ourselves when we decide this is who I want to become, this is what I do in the next year, and these are the things I want to achieve, and these are the things I want to try out to achieve that. And for me personally, it makes me feel so much more motivated to go and do these things when I know at some point I'm going to evaluate, I'm going to look back and see how did it all work out, and what are the learnings I can take from that. And this is, of course, something you can do anytime you want. It doesn't have to be New Year. It's just that it is a good occasion to do it. You have some days off and you can sit down and reflect on what happened in the past year. What did you learn about yourself? What did you achieve? And what are some things you want to focus on in the coming year? If you now, when you look back at 2024, think that this was not a good year, this was a year where you got some hit, it was hard, or it was a long journey in the desert, it was not what you expected at the beginning of 2024, or if you look back and just think, nothing special about 2024, then this episode is for you, because no matter how your 2024 was, and if you feel horrible about yourself and your life and what you have created or not created in your love life, there's never a time where you can't pick up yourself again and where you can't dust off your confidence and put it back on like a pair of wings and move forward, fly into 2025 with clarity, confidence, and lots of self-love. And this is what I want to help you do today. And also, if you don't feel great about 2024, then maybe it's really just because you don't see your wins and gains or how much you've grown, because our brain tends to look only for the negatives. So it's not always easy to see our own success unless we get someone to shine the light on it and point us to that direction. So what I want to do today is to take you through a process step by step that will help you notice all the good things that you've created in your life in 2024, release any negative energy that you might have from this year, or rather transform it into empowering learnings, and then help you reflect on how you want to show up powerfully and confident in 2025. This is going to be a New Year's self-coaching session, so get your pen and paper. Be ready to hit pause and reflect and write down your answers and see this as a guided journaling to gain clarity, take learnings, and move forward feeling inspired and empowered. But before I give you the questions, just a little introduction and a mindset reminder. Your current life and love life is the result of a long line of decisions. Think about that. Everything you have in your life is created through the decisions you made. Decisions about how to respond. Decisions of saying yes or no, taking action or no action, and which action to take when you take action. And there's always some valuable learnings that you can take from that, as well as celebrations and gratitude that you also want to practice. So allow yourself to be proud of the things you have created in your life. Take a moment to feel gratitude about what you already have, and then take an honest look at the things you are less happy with. As a confident woman, you know the value of that and you know how to have your own back. And you also know it's part of life to sometimes have a hard conversation with yourself, but that approaching it with curiosity and self-compassion will make the process so much more constructive. You don't have to heal from all past trauma or bad experiences to change your patterns. The key is to become aware of how they create the results you have in life and then decide how you want to show up instead. Don't waste your time beating yourself up for what happened or how you behaved or how other people reacted to you. It doesn't serve you. Instead, you want to use the past to point you in a new direction. And then when it comes to all the great experiences, the wins and the success, big as well as small, that you also had, you want to celebrate them. And remember to give yourself credit for them and reflect on how you achieved them. These are your creations. These are your achievements. Whether that is a job and a home that you really like, a group of friends you enjoy interacting with, or it's healthy and thriving children. Your decisions have created good experiences with the people you love, positive results in your professional life, or an upgrade of your own health. We tend to forget when things go well to think about why they went well. What did we do right? And how can we try to apply the same approach or mindset in the future? And there are learnings in the wins as well. And if you right now don't see any wins and any success in your life in 2024, then your challenge is to find them because they are there. I guarantee you. So I'm going to give you the self-coaching questions now, and there's a lot, just to warn you. And I have on purpose phrased most of them in a way so you get to decide to what extent you want these to be about either your general life or your love life, and whether you want it to be about dating or relationship. So no matter which phase you are in your life, you can use these questions. And I'll start with the reflections for 2024, and then after that, I'll give you some questions to set you up for an even better 2025. So, are you ready? Then here we go. What are some ways you showed up for yourself in 2024 that you feel proud of? And here I want you to mention at least 3 things. That could be, for instance, following through on a decision to sign up for a course, or committing to a more healthy lifestyle, or listening to a podcast on love and dating. What were some challenges you had to overcome in 2024 and that required you to really step up? And here it's not important what you think about the outcome. I want you to acknowledge that you went through something hard that required you to step up and you did your best. How did you grow from that? What did you learn about yourself that you didn't know before? What were some things you did to nourish your love life, to feel better and move forward in dating, or if you have a partner, feel better in your relationship? What worked and what didn't work? What was the most important lesson you had in 2024 about love? In what ways did you impress or surprise yourself in 2024? What were some courageous decisions you made in 2024? What were some failures you had? Things that didn't turn out as you would have wanted them to, in spite of all your effort. What was your own role in that? And what did you learn from this or these experiences? What are some behaviors you had or things you did and said in 2024 that you feel less proud of and that you want to let go of? And how would you want to show up in a similar situation moving forward? What is something you overcame in 2024 that you didn't think you would be capable of 1 year ago? What is something new you tried in 2024? How did you grow from that? What did you learn? What were some decisions you made and followed through on in 2024? And what was the mindset that allowed you to follow through on that? And what were some small and seemingly insignificant wins that you had in 2024? And what were the big wins you had? How did you achieve the wins? What made you commit to it? And how did you hold yourself accountable? When did you feel the most amazing in 2024? And what did you believe about yourself at the time? How can you access that same feeling of amazingness again? So now we're moving into 2025. Where do you want to be in a year from now? Here you can describe your relationship and the life that you want to have with a partner, or just the life that you want to have in general. Who is the woman who lives that life, your future self? How is she different from who you are now? What do you need to cultivate more or practice more to get to where you want to be in a year from now? How do you want to feel while on that journey to create your future life? What will you choose as the feeling that drives your actions and keeps you committed? And just remember that it's always your feelings that drive your actions. What do you need to believe about your abilities to create that life in order to access that or these feelings? And here I want you to remember that thoughts create our feelings. So you want to find a thought that makes you feel what you need to feel to stay committed. What are 3 powerful intentions you want to set for your life or your love life throughout 2025? For instance, you could say, I want to be more adventurous, or I want to be more courageous. I want to put myself more out there, or I want to be more authentic. When it comes to intentions, you can set them as a single woman dating, and you can also set them for yourself inside a relationship, or you can set them with your partner. You could, for instance, decide together that you want to focus on something in particular in the coming year. You want to up-level your communication, or you want to focus more on exploring new things, trying new things that none of you have tried before, or you want to travel more and you want to be more adventurous and curious. But you can also set those intentions for yourself inside the relationship. For instance, you can decide to work on becoming better at communicating or becoming better at listening to your own feelings. Now, I have to admit, even though I'm a life coach, I am definitely far from being perfect, and I still have work to do in this area. So one of the things that I want to set intentions about for myself is to become better at recognizing exactly what I'm feeling and thinking when I feel overwhelmed. If I feel overwhelmed in different situations, why is that? And what do I need to communicate about that? This is something that I've become much better at, but I still have work to do. So in coach language, we could call this my area of growth, or something I need to become better at, or I want to become better at. So intentions can be something you do together, and it can be something you do on your own, and you can do it for your love life, and you can do it for the rest of your life as well. And I definitely recommend that you set some intentions about your relationship to yourself. It could be how you speak to yourself. It could be how well you listen to your own emotions. It could be how much you honor what you really want, both in life and in your love life. So that was just a few words about intentions because they are so important. And I feel that setting intentions is so much more valuable than setting a goal, because setting an intention is really about who you are becoming. It's about the direction that you want your life to take more than the destination or the end goal. And once we are on the right path, we know we're going to get there, and we're on a journey, and we have the right GPS for that journey. So focus on intentions and decide to do at least one of them about your relationship with yourself. Of the things you did in 2024, what do you want to continue doing in 2025? And what do you want to let go of? What are some new things you want to challenge yourself to do in 2025? What are the values you want to focus on in your love life in 2025? For instance, joy, excitement, confidence, curiosity, or something else? How do you want to support yourself in your love life in 2025? Or just in your life in general? What are 3 powerful beliefs you want to commit to having about yourself and finding love or nurturing your relationship in 2025? For instance, I'm committed to learn something from all my dates. Or I'm going to live my best life regardless of my relationship status. Or I know I will find love as long as I don't quit. Okay, so if I counted right, this was 39 questions, and I know this is a lot, and you might want to come back to some of them again later, or just decide that you don't need to do all of them. The purpose of this exercise is to allow you to leave 2024 with peace and gratitude, and to enter 2025 feeling inspired, excited, and energized. And if you can do that with less than 39 questions, it's of course really great. So, with this last episode for this year, I want to say thank you to everyone for listening to my podcast in 2024, even if you only just listened to this episode. I value your time and attention, and I hope that this was useful for you. I wish you all a beautiful new year, and I can't wait to connect again on the other side to an amazing, extraordinary, even better 2025. And don't forget, no matter if you're single or not, you are loved, you are worthy, and you are important in this world. Have an amazing week and a fantastic new year. If you like what you're hearing on this podcast and you want to get support from a coach on your love journey, I invite you to book a free consult call with me. You will find the link in the show notes. And also, don't forget to subscribe, and I would love it if you would rate and review this podcast, and then you'll also help other women find it.